Hey Bookaholics, it's Isabel and welcome to another video. So I'm going to be doing the end of the year book tag for you guys. I'm a little late for this. A lot of people have already done it, but I still wanted to share my thoughts on this tag. It's getting closer and closer to the end of the year, which is crazy. 2020 didn't seem like it would end ever, but it seemed to come quickly to the last month very quickly. So I don't know what 2021 will bring us, but hopefully it'll be better than 2020. But I still want to end the year with a good note on my books. At least I have beat my Goodreads goal. My goal was to read 45 books and I have so far read 53. I'm really happy about that. I still have some books that I want to read, so let's get right into the first question of the tag. So the first question is, are there any books you started this year that you need to finish? So not really for me. I'm currently reading one book. I am reading The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue by V.E. Schwab. So I definitely will finish this by the end of the year. I am almost halfway done. It's kind of like a slow book. I'm really enjoying it. Like, I'm loving the story. I'm loving Addie LaRue. I'm loving where the story's taking me, but it's not one that you can like just sit down and get through in like a day. It's just something you have to process as you're reading through it. At least that's the experience for me. I'm not like sucked into the story, but every time I start reading it, I'm like invested in Addie LaRue and I love where her story's taking her, but I can't like just sit down and finish it, you know? It's just like a slow book, and I'm actually really enjoying that fact. And it's definitely one that I need to finish by the end of the year, or else I'm gonna be very sad. I haven't started this book, but I definitely want to start reading it, and that's Anxious People by Frederick Backman. I have a video coming out that needs me to finish this book, so I definitely want to start reading this and get through it, and I can't wait to do that. The next question is, do you have an autumnal book to transition into the end of the year? Honestly, for me, I don't really need to read a book to get into another season. I just kind of slowly progress into it. If anything, Addie LaRue is probably my transitional book. It still has that fall feeling, but it also has this feeling of like change. I'm just a mood reader, honestly. There's not like any book that will get me into a different transitional read. It's just that sometimes I just feel like reading it. But I definitely have some Christmas books that I have, which will definitely get me into the Christmassy, wintry feel, and that would be The 12 Dates of Christmas by Jenny Bayliss and In a Holidays by Christina Lauren. I'm super excited about these ones. They'll definitely get me more into the Christmassy mood, and I can't wait to get to these. I probably will just get into these whenever I feel like it, honestly. So there's no transitional for me. I'm a mood reader. I will get into a different mood as I get closer to Christmas. There won't be any transitional period. It will just be right into it. Next question, is there a new release you're still waiting for? Honestly, I'm so bad at looking at new releases, especially this year. I just kind of came across some of them. Sophie Kinsella is one of my favorite authors, but I didn't actually know she had a new book out. Love Your Life by Sophie Kinsella just came out a little while ago, and I was browsing through the bookstore and I just randomly came across it and I was like, what? Sophie Kinsella has a new book? How did I not know about this? But I was super excited to see it. I just didn't know it was coming. Like, I'm terrible at looking at new releases. I'll just slowly kind of like realize there's new books out there and I'll look at it and I'm like, it's kind of interesting. So I haven't been actively looking at new releases. I really should do that, but I just have so many books on my shelves that I just don't actively look because I know I want them and I'll want them on my shelves, but like I just have so many books already, and I do have something planned for January that will change how I have to be looking at books. So I definitely don't want to be like looking ahead and seeing what new books are out there because I'll want to buy it, and I just can't do that right now. This one I was really excited for, but it's already out. I just need to read it. So there are no new releases I'm waiting for because I haven't been looking really, so I guess the answer is no to that one. The next one, what are 3 books you want to read before the end of the year? So I kind of mentioned some of them. I definitely want to read Anxious People by Frederick Backman. Along with that, I have this one I want to read, all of my Christmas books, so 10 Blind Dates by Ashley Elston, The 12 Dates of Christmas, In a Holidays by Christina Lauren, and One Day in December by Josie Silver. Like, I have Christmas books that I definitely want to get to sometime and finish them by the end of the year. So a lot of Christmas books, a lot of random kind of books, and yeah, I'm hoping I'll get to them eventually by the end of this year. Next one, is there a book you think could still shock you and become your favorite book of the year? Honestly, I'm not too sure because I don't know exactly what I'm going to be reading in the next part of the year. I'll just see what happens. And have you already started making reading plans for 2021? The simple answer is no. I don't really have any plans for 2021 for reading, just because I know this is going to be a big transitional period for me because I'm making some big decisions in 2021. I'm going to be doing a lot of changes, and so I don't want to plan anything with reading on that because I might not get to it very often because of all this new stuff that I'm going to be going through. So I'm not making any plans. So I'll just do what comes naturally, and I'll just read when I can and not really worry about making goals or setting up anything. So the simple answer is no, the long answer is we will see, I guess, what the next year will bring. That is my end of the year book tag. I'm hoping you guys enjoyed it. If you did, give it a thumbs up and let me know how your end of the year is going so far. What are your thoughts on this year? What are your thoughts on what you plan to do before the end of the year? Just let me know down below in the comment section. Subscribe if you haven't yet, and hit the notification bell so you know whenever I post another video, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye!